What is up, everybody? It is your boy Frill Shocker here, the 96 Hedgehog here with our LDL Draft LPL Draft Recap for you guys. If you guys didn't check out our last video, one of the last videos being our LPL season, we unfortunately made it to semifinals and lost, but we came down so close in the end for that matchup. And overall as well, we came so close to making finals. But honestly, let's face it, if I was facing Orin, I was gonna lose. But just joking, just joking. But we had a really good season, man. This was the redemption arc for us, and we proved that this team had a lot of holes. And I'll talk about these holes in a second here. We would talk about the holes here, and we proved that this team, even though I had a lot of holes in it, it did. I will not lie, it did. We proved why it was good. We proved why it was a good team. We really proved why this team was one of the teams to fear, and why we only lost 3 times in the season. Yeah, yeah, we only lost 3 times. So we proved why this team was good. We really did. But if you guys are excited, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the First Sharker crew today because you're feeling with the king of the crew. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our draft recap. Now, what you guys normally know, like I like to do the worst mons to the best mons. And literally, our team was really a top 6 mon. Stat right there. The bottom 4 really didn't get. I mean, some contributed, some didn't, but we'll talk about that. So, yeah. But overall, let's go over what the holes with this team was. With the holes on this team, there was very few hazard setting. There was only rocks on the Heligo, Arceus. That was it. We had one toxic spiker, and that was it. We had no real way to remove hazards besides defog on Arceus. We had no spin option. We had no ground type. We had no, in some way, proper ghost switching. We did not have really good countermeasurements to partial opposing fighting types besides Buzzwole. There was just a lot of holes in this team, but through all of that, we proved why this team was so good. And we're going to obviously go over the Mons and tell you guys why they were so good and why they really came in the clutch when they did. So, super excited for this recap. It's going to be one of my favorite recaps to do just because of the team we had this season. So, let's go over and talk about it. Not you guys. We're saving the best for last, obviously. So let's kick off with Shaman. Not gonna talk too much about Shaman. Shaman only came to, I think, one game, and that was it. Shaman never came ever again. I just never found a matchup for Shaman to really be good in, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to be using Shaman really anytime soon again. I have Shaman for one more league, but I think after that, Shaman is not going to probably be something I draft a lot. It's really not all that good. It's good in the right hands. I just think it was not really good in the right hands for me this time. We have Magirna, and honestly, I'm a little disappointed with Magirna this season. I don't think I used Magirna bad. I think I maybe prepped a little bit bad with it, but overall, it way underperformed that I know it can work. We did not get anything rolling with Magirna. It always just died, never got a kill or anything like that. It was just really bad this season, and I felt like the pairing with Lunala plus Magirna was so perfect. But we never really brought up that pairing a lot at all, and it just really didn't do anything for us. So really unfortunate, but I would definitely say though I recommend Magirna. Magirna is such a fun Pokemon to use. It is very interesting, very different from any Pokemon you would see in Ubers, and I 100% recommend using it to see for yourself if you're good with it or not. I know I can be good with it this season though. It just didn't. It never showed. Just barely. Excuse me. Just barely outpacing Magirna is Raikou because Raikou did provide some good support for the team. It definitely was a really good Mon this season. It definitely didn't get any kills, but definitely helped weaken things down to put it in range of stuff for the Null or anything else. And overall, was just a really good Pokemon. I definitely wish I could have maybe changed up my Raikou sets that sometimes where I maybe ran like choice specs or something like that. Like actually, if I ran specs in semifinals, I think I could have had a possible shot, but it would have been slim, very slim. But who knows what would have happened there, though. But Raikou, it's definitely an electric type I want to give one more shot at because I've used Raikou only a few times and haven't had a ton of great success with it. But I want to give it one more try in a future league and just see how well it can do. And the one mon I think just barely edged out of being the best of the worst was Weavile. Now, Here's the thing with Weavile. I could not get Weavile rolling in some matches. In some matches, Weavile didn't even get to hit the field because of the Pokemon. Weavile at first was doing really good for us, and then it kind of just slacked for us and just wasn't getting on the roll with the ball right there. So just a little disappointed with that. Weavile in Ubers is not terrible though. It's really good because of its speed tier, which outspeeds the dragons and RCS forms is really nice. In regular format, I think I could have used Weavile a lot more better. In Ubers, it's okay. It's not like the greatest, but it's definitely something to recommend to use in Ubers format as well. But I had fun with Weavile. I definitely want to give Weavile another go around just because I think Weavile is such a great Pokemon. And I definitely want to try it again in a natural deck setting. Because again, this was I think my only second time using Weavile. So obviously, still a little rusty with this Pokemon, but I gotta give more chances to it after all, because it's a great Pokemon. Let's get into the best Pokemon. Unfortunately, Buzzwole didn't get to do much. Buzzwole could have done a lot more for us in that one match against Cow where we took out his Zygarde. If I had made that prediction play right there, oh, we could have been in such a great position. But unfortunately, things happened. Also, if I had brought him to the semis game, I think we would have won that game 100%. But overall, though, I think Buzzwole was really fun. I do want to give Buzzwole more chances to try because Buzzwole, I think, is really a slept on Pokemon. I think just because of the quad weakness to one of the pseudo like rare types out there, and just a bunch of the coverage typing that it can be on a lot of Pokemon, it's a really good Pokemon. I think Buzzwole's great. I think Buzzwole's fantastic. It's a Ultra Beast I really wanted to try more and get better at using. But overall, loved it. Was a fantastic Pokemon. It was the best ground resist a man could ask for. Because that was another thing. I didn't switch into ground types really well with this team at all, besides Shaman. So that was really important there. But overall, I had a lot of fun with it. RCS Fire, a little lackluster. I think if I could get an RCS form, I should grab one that's because it's funny. This one in last season was Bug was weak to rocks. I think I need to start grabbing RCS forms that are not weak to rocks. If I get RCS forms that are not weak to rocks, then it's probably gonna be one of the better things. I wish, looking back at it, I don't know if RCS Dark went in the first round or not, or in the second round possibly. But if I ever do LPL again, which more than likely I will, especially after this amazing comeback run I had, um, and if I do want to go with Lunala again, I should have probably went with Arceus Dark Lunala. That would have been the best pairing to pair together. It would have been a neutral and also a weakness to Fairy, though, that I could have easily have patched up later on the draft. But I would have had the best Ghost answer in the game, and I would have had the best Lunala counters in the game as well. So overall, though, I loved Arceus Fire. Definitely wish I could have done a lot more with it. I didn't start doing a lot more with it until like kind of later season and playoffs, but it still did great. I do think it's still worthy of a recommendation. It was a lot of fun. Nihilego. Now Nihilego really proved something this season. It got like one or two kills against Dashing in the rematch with the Toxic Spikes, which were chef's kiss that we were able to pull that off. And then also getting the 3 kill sweep on him in the regular season where he got just absolutely triggered from this Pokemon and now is scarred from seeing this Pokemon. I absolutely loved Nihilego. I think Nihilego was really good this season around. Didn't get to use it as much. Needed to pop it off a lot more than I could have. But for when I brought it, it was really, really good. I really loved it. And we had a team that was actually built decently well around it as well to handle the counters, which were mostly steel and rock types at times. So and ground types, which were okay. But overall, though, I had a lot of fun with the Heligo. Definitely would like to give this thing one more chance. I used it in Wi-Fi. Didn't have a lot of fun with it there. Had it in this time around. Had a little bit more fun with it. I think I deserve to give Nil Heligo one more chance to prove itself to be a really good Pokemon. Overall, though, it had a great season. Had its own shining moment. And really made 2 title thumbnails for the Dashing matchup. So that's really going to be funny. Now let's get into the 3 best Pokemon I brought pretty much almost every single week. And that starting off was the one that got at least 12 kills. No, yeah, no, 11 kills, I think. 11 or 12 kills, and that was Lunala. I mean, that was not Lunala. That was Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny. I have used this before. I never had great success with it, and not getting like a lot of kills and stuff like that. This Mon, for some reason, in this type of format, proved to be a demon. This thing was 1 or 2 kills away from being in the top 10 for the uh kill leaders of LPL. I kid you not. This was, I think, like 1 kill away from being number 10 on the leaderboard. That's how well I use it. I think I've come to realize the great usage of facade on this set, which, is like I'm not going to be scared to get burned. And if I can get rid of your ghost resist, or get rid of like your checks to me like a fighting type, or get rid of your ghost types, or get rid of your like this and that, if I can run for steel types, that's what I meant to say. Get rid of your steel types, and if I get myself status, I'm just going to facade spam and just claim my KOs and just keep getting kill after kill after kill after kill. And it really proved against I really am sorry, I forgot his name. And he actually was like, wow, Assad Megalopan. He didn't even see that being an option. And now he wants to use it because he's been using his Megalopan. And now he got the idea for the set. And which you're welcome for that. I'm glad you enjoyed seeing that set and see that there was options to it. But Megalopunny this time around, Hinata Minato to Waifu, was absolutely fun. Definitely am going to give Megalopunny another go around because of how great this season. Finishing the league again in 12 kills and just, I think, 2 to 3 or maybe 5 kills away from making like the top 10 as well. That is our first Uber pick, and that was Lunala. Lunala proved to be such a fun Pokemon for me this season. I will say Lunala definitely was forced into kind of a choice scarf role almost every single week. But, we brought Cassive Berry to counter Marshadow, which was great. We brought Weakness Policy, which unfortunately didn't claim KOs under the record due to the fact that Jordan technically somewhat cheated in some form and got forfeit lost, which, oh, Lunala could have had 5 kills. It would have been in kill leader stats, possibly. But I proved that Lunala can be a little more creative. It's a lot more different than people give it credit for. And honestly, if we stuck to our guns with maybe that Roost set, we actually could have probably won as well. But it is what it is. But I loved Lunala. Lunala was such a fun mon this season, and I definitely would recommend anyone in Ubers. This is worth a round one pick in any Ubers format you're doing. This is 100% worth a round one pick. And it was a lot of fun. I definitely would love to give Lunala another go around in Ubers, and would be so happy to have this thing back. And I think I definitely would try to play with it a little bit more better and try to experiment a little bit with it because we only brought specs one time. I definitely would love to do other sets with it in the future, but overall, love this mon. It was an absolute beast of a Pokemon. And finishing the league with 12 or 13 kills and being the MVP of our team and being in the top 10 for kill leader was regular Palkia. I can see why my good buddy Owen loved this one and reason why he says this is one of the best Ubers out there. I am just a Palkia guy. If you saw what we did with Palkia Origin, we got into top 10 with Kill Leader with that thing. And look what I did with Palkia, top 10 for Kill Leader. I have come to learn that I just love and know how to use Palkia, whether it's Origin or regular. I have come to love those mons and know that I can really use those mons like almost perfectly. And that makes me really happy knowing that there are some Ubers that I can just really just destroy with and just have some fun with. Palkia was just an absolute blast. I actually was a little creative with Palkia, kind of forced it to kind of hold a berry a little bit every once in a while. But I brought Choice Scarf, I brought Choice Specs and stuff like that. Palkia was just an absolute monster of a Pokemon this season, and I was very happy with it. And just overall, enjoyed it. And I definitely would draft Palkia again, 100%. But yeah, that's our team, guys. Honestly, the team was really, really good. It did suck that this was the top 6 here with my pretty much all-star mons. Well, mostly being my top 4, kind of. But overall, the season was really great. We made such a big redemption arc and finishing in 3rd or 4th place of the season. But regardless, had a lot of fun. This was a great experience, and I'm definitely coming back for LPL. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed before I fall asleep on video. And I'll see you guys next time. And until next time, guys, peace.